Hello guys, welcome back to the HVAC Diaries.
Why is my face so dirty?
I've been trying really hard to get back into the groove of taking videos of everything for this vlog, but in the heat of the moment, I just keep forgetting to pull out my camera and take videos of everything all the time. So I do have a bunch of HVAC adventures from August, from last month, to take you on, so let's go and do those.
We're starting at a quesadilla fast food place where their prep cooler wasn't holding temperature and was actually freezing up. And what we found there was the evaporator fan motor was dead. It's just one of those tube axial fan motors inside of like a square box. It looks kind of like a computer fan, actually. The fan motor replacement itself is easy peasy, but to get to the fan motor, you gotta basically take the whole of the inside of the cooler apart, which is always fun and kind of typical. Always gotta give it a little test spin before we put her back in. This is not awkward at all. I still don't know how large dudes do refrigeration jobs because we have to put ourselves into such crazy small little spots.
Then I just stopped taking videos of everything. I stopped taking the videos once the fan motor was changed, and I took nothing of us putting it all back together again, and it's spinning beautifully at the end, so sorry.
The next job in this video is also another prep cooler, this time at a pizza place, and this time a condenser fan motor stopped working. It's one of those 9-watt round motors. Also really hard to get out. There are 6 screws in total, just 3 on the top left and 3 on the bottom right. And it is so hard because you can't get your hand in there. I'll show you what I used to put it all back together. We're gonna get 2 test spins here with sound effects. Listen. Now here comes the fun part.
I'm gonna have to lie down for this. No, just gotta line it up.
Oh, how the tables have turned. How cute is it that my dad is now holding the flashlight for me after holding it for him for so many years. So I used this extension bit. Look how long it is.
I was just gonna...
Beautiful. Okay.
It was only beautiful after a lot of fighting and a small amount of swearing. So I have my ratcheting screwdriver with the extension bit in it. And then the extension bit's got another extension bit in it as well.
All right.
Watching this edited video makes it look so easy. Trust me, it is not. I almost didn't include this job in the vlog because I wasn't able to get very good videos of it, but it's kind of cool. It's like this metal, not a refining place, but they make various metal things there. Check out this metal jumbler thing. This job was an air dryer where we had to replace the condenser fan motor, which Trevor got to do. And he's just wiring it in here. My dad was at the breaker panel and I got to press the button to make it start again. And that was basically my part of the job. Guess what we're doing next? After we take selfies, Trevor hates selfies. We're replacing a compressor in a split unit on top of this building.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
We have a lot of equipment and supplies and materials to bring up onto this roof. And our unit's on the very end. First, we recover all of the refrigerant inside, and then we check the electrical. Then I remove the condenser fan motor while Trevor silently judges me in the background. To get the mounting bolts, I climbed right inside the unit. Now we do have one of those compressor totes to be able to just pull this out, but this compressor wasn't that big, so I just He-manned it in and He-manned it out. Or other way around. Bottoms up. Trev did the brazing. He did a really good job.
Okay, so we got our new compressor inside there, got the fan back on, got a new capacitor, got a new liquid line filter dryer, and just got to clean up this wiring a little bit. She's on a vacuum right now.
And with no transition at all, we're off to the next thing.
All right, they just let me in through the back door. We're gonna be working on one of these coolers. Just gonna go open the door for my dad and brother. Look at this place, look how fun it is.
They have this little freezer that just wasn't quite keeping temperature. Although when we arrived, it was at minus 18 or something. We found this dirty coil.
So that freezer is an R290 refrigerant, and they are notoriously finicky about dirty coils and everything. So that coil is quite dirty and greasy. So I'm gonna grab some new Calgon cleaner and see if that helps us a little bit. The complaint was that the freezer isn't keeping temperature, but when we arrived this morning, it was at minus 17 degrees Celsius. So we'll see if that helps. Insert coil cleaner. Perfect.
Sometimes it's a real advantage being skinny in this industry.
Doesn't roll. That makes sense.
I really need to work on filming the end of the job so that I have a better transition into the next one.
Hello.
Now we're in an office building where this unit is apparently not working, and after some investigation we found out that the thermostat is actually located in the office beside this one, behind the wall. So it's not being controlled by the office that it's serving. But we did a little once-over on this unit anyway. I know I should be using my probes instead of my actual gauges with lines, but man, it's so difficult to get access to the access port in this unit. I'm just fighting so hard. There's just so much stuff in the ceiling space, and I was complaining so bad that day. But nothing was wrong with this unit, so we buttoned her back up and went on to the next one. The access for the next unit wasn't any better. In fact, it was a lot worse, and so the complaints kept coming. This time, though, we did need to top this unit up because we found her slightly short on refrigerant. Because of where these units are located and how they're installed, we will usually top them up once and then see how long it lasts before determining whether we need to take it out of the ceiling and do a leak test. Well, if it's short on refrigerant, it does need a leak test, but because of where these are located, sometimes it'll last for years and sometimes it'll last for weeks or months, and then proactive action needs to be taken. Next, we're in downtown at my absolute least favorite place to change some filters.
That's fine.
This location is always so busy and it's awkward to work around all these people. And working in the back isn't much better because there's a lot of workers here just doing their jobs and there's not a lot of space either.
This is one of my least favorite things to do here.
I swear every time we work here, there is more stuff in the ceiling space above the tiles. I was getting so mad because I couldn't move this tile anywhere. Just trying to keep my cool. I mean, seriously, how ridiculous is this? I gotta pull that filter out like, it's so dumb. I'm getting mad just thinking about it again. 2 filters come out and 2 filters have to go back in. And it is a struggle. The constant beeping in the background doesn't help much either. Okay, it's done. I'm just trying to show you how ridiculous it is up here. Anyway, I could complain all day long about this. This is the most difficult filter to change. I got another one to do. Again, there are 2 filters in this unit, and luckily it's not as crazy because I can actually stick my head up there and see what I'm doing. But I do need to use a filter puller to pull the second one out, and then I have to fold them in half again to get them back in, past all of those refrigerant pipes and all that. But at least I have some space to move here. So much room for activities.
Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of the HVAC Diaries HVAC vlog. Wow, I don't know what to say. I hope to have the next video out to you shortly, and I can't wait to see you there. Bye, see you then.